Welcome back to the channel, guys. I just got done getting my ass beat plenty on my live stream for Sunday Funday night friendly fights. Uh, Tons of solar flares and diagonals, and a couple of hardies, but and lots of worm lads. Seemed like lots of worm lads, but as promised, I told you guys I would keep you up to date with what I was doing in GPM. And as you guys know who watch the channel, I used the gold event to measure my GPM so far since I'm not in the top 5K, meaning if I was near the top 5K, I would save up my gold before the event and then I would accept it all when the event started. But I actually missed out on my feed gems because I was busy live streaming and forgot all about it. It is 12:37, which is 37 minutes past when the event starts. So I'm going to go ahead and collect all of my gold now. And then I should be able to start the event at 0, I think. So let me try. Alright, so I finished 10k place in Growth Spurt, and I still didn't even get my 20 gems because I didn't feed 15. Or wait, yeah, I did get my 20 gems because I did feed Tabora, so don't quote me on the not getting my gems. I'm pretty confident I did. Alright, so Gold Fever just started. And I only have 1.64 mil. So we will check in a day and 23 hours and see how much GPM we're making. And we were making 140 a day the last Gold Fever, which there's one a week. So what I would hope is that we're making 145 a day now, meaning we made 280 mil last Gold Fever from starting from 0 like we're doing right now, and I'm hoping that at the end of this one we're gonna make 290. That would be what I hope, 290. That way, by the end of the month, I can get to 300, which would be 150. Well, yeah, 150 mil a day. Now let me show you what I've been doing. As you know, in the last video, I put all my low gold runes on, so I can show you how many I've crafted just since yesterday's video. Alright, since yesterday's video, I've made 6 level 4s, 1 level 3, 1 level 5. So 9 runes have been made since yesterday. That's 9 in one day. And another one on the way. So the goal is, honestly, to only make 5 a day. If I can make 5 a day, I think I can get 100 in a month. And I think 100 in a month is enough to upgrade my GPM at the rate that is going to work for me. Now in my hatchery, I have a sun cookie going. It's the ranked one. I think he'll be at 335 GPM. And then I learned something today, guys. I can show you. Let's say I have a panda with gold runes on. When I extract them, if a monster has gold runes or any runes on when you extract it, the runes don't cost anything to take off. They just go right into your storage for free. That blew my mind because what that means is, hang on, let me find one. I think I put an X by the name of the ones that I want to get rid of. Oh, well, he doesn't have any runes. Let me see if there's a different one with an X by his name. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, so there isn't. Let me then check them for one that I can get rid of anyway. Trying to get rid of the ones that make me less GPM. So right here we go. He has 3 gold runes on. We could imagine they were like level 6s, okay? Or actually no, you watched me put a bunch of level 3s on monsters. So let's imagine these were level 3s. All I'd have to do is extract them. Do I want to put them in my storage? I sure do. So now the runes are in my storage and I didn't spend any gold. Where that becomes relevant is all these bloody dumb monsters that only make 155 GPM. I now know I can put whatever runes I want on this guy because as soon as I'm going to replace him, I'm going to get my runes back, guys. That blew my mind to find that out. That means I don't have to hesitate. I was worried so much that one day I was going to have to spend a gem a pop or something to get those back. That's not how it works. You get them all back as soon as you extract. That blew my mind. I can't wait. I got another one of him right here coming. He's only 155, but he's still better than a panda. The reason why he's better than a panda is because the habitat that he's in can hold a mill, and the habitat that a panda's in can only hold 70K. So it's a huge upgrade to get a legend in the place of a panda. And that's what I need to work on. So I can go around and I think find where. Oh, yes, I've learned some tips since the other day, too. Uh, there are no 305 legends for certain types, meaning not all elements have 305 GPM legends or higher. Perfect example is dark. There are absolutely no legends higher than 244 GPM unless you rank them for legends. Same goes for light and maybe even other. Here's a list. Alright, so the darker the color, the more GPM they make. The lighter the color, the less GPM they make. Going from 364 all the way down to 155. This is a list from all the elements in GPM. As you can see, water, dark, and light do not have any 305 or higher GPM monsters. So that is very tipful on what islands you go ahead and use in the future. So my goal is definitely to put some on these guys that I can take off later down the road. That is mind-blowing to me. Let's go ahead. He's all by himself, but we're going to switch that after we put the runes on him. We can put him in a habitat where he's not by himself. I have been moving around monsters every time my brain thinks of a new way to increase GPM. What I mean by that is, let's say we come in here, 3 sockets, let's say we come in here, 1 socket. See the guy that's only got 1 socket? He's not going to make a whole lot of GPM, is he, if he's only got 1 socket? When we got a guy that just had 3. So we're going to put him in here and switch him with the guy that had 3. And that's going to make me more GPM. Put him in there and then take this guy out of that place and put him in there. Now the only catch is he has a team gold and he's by himself, so I wish I could find one of these guys that maybe has a 4 regular gold and put it on the guy who's by himself. That would be the goal. So if I check all these, I'm going to hope that one of them does. There it is. That's simple. So we put team gold on the person who's with all the buddies, and then we put the regular gold on him. And these are small steps that I be taking multiple times a day whenever my brain thinks about it to increase my GPM. Now what I was going to tell you guys is, if you remember the other day, I went over this habitat and it had Heist in here, and I was like, man, everybody's got team gold on except for Heist. Well, Ignis was chilling over here by himself. Ignis makes way more GPM than Heist does. So I got a 509 GPM monster, and then I have a 473 GPM monster. So you're talking about 36 GPM difference. And you're multiplying that 36 GPM difference by 178% times, 36. So you're looking at an extra, almost 90 GPM just from making this simple choice to move one monster from that habitat to this habitat and one monster from this habitat to that habitat. Dramatic differences, guys. 90 GPM is almost equal to half of a legend that sucks. Meaning just moving a monster can make you half of a monster's GPM sometimes. You got to pay attention to how you're doing your habitats. I will slowly be making changes over the next couple of days to maximize the monsters that I already have so that I can then get more GPM. Meaning, these changes that I'm making them 10 months into my account. How many months were they chilling incorrectly? There's still monsters currently in the wrong habitats that I don't know about. I guarantee it. Okay? Another thing that I have come to realize is there are actually epics that can make an insane amount of GPM, and these habitats can hold more than than nature habitats by a good bit, almost double. So eventually I would hope that the only fives that I have are going to be light or they're going to be metal because they can hold more gold. I'm thinking about long term being able to hold more gold. This island down here is nowhere near set up, but it will be once I start getting some more monsters. I do not know which El Colossal is next, but I got my mind and my gems set in the motion of thinking that if I could get a Hyperia or Ava breed combo, I would spend over 3,000 gems pumping them out to try and make GPM farming monsters. For sure I would. Another thing you can do if you don't get 3 open sockets on a legend, instead of spending gems because you've got a high GPM monster and you want to open it up, you can just feed it during the feed event all the way to 100 and then extract it and then recraft it and take another chance at trying to get 3 open sockets. Yes, that takes time, and yes, it takes gold because it takes food and food takes gold. But at the end of the day, it does not take gems. And you can do it during the feed event when you're needing to feed tons of monsters to make top 5k. It's going to work. It is a system that I've already thought about. That this is how we do it. This is how we save gems as a free to play. This is how we make gems as a free to play. This is how we grow our account. It all starts with our gold permitted, guys. I knew gold permitted was important, but I never really stopped and thought, it's actually more important than PvP, Lost Jumper. You're over here talking about trying to be the king, and you're like a 9-year-old running around like, I'm gonna be king, trying to fight people with your sword. That's not the smartest way to be king. The smartest way to be king is to grow into a full-grown man and then go around challenging people. So the first thing we need to do is grow our GPM, get to where I'm making half a bill a day, and then we can do phenomenal stuff. Then we can sit around and talk like rich, spoiled kids that are like, should I rank the next monster? Should I get the next OP thing? Should I save for it? Should I do this progressive island for a relic? Do I make 900 gems now a day because I'm a baller and I'm still free to play and I didn't do any tasks? Exactly. That's the route that I need to be going, guys. There's actually there's actually 900 gems obtainable free to play in the game. I'm not there yet. I make like 600. I'm not there yet at all. I'm missing 200 alone. Or I'm missing 250 alone just from events because I don't do the breed event. Why not do the breed event? Well, because I'm lazy. I mean, I used to do the breed event. I just breed pandas and greenosars and I would make top 5k. I did it with one breeder and no guardian, so I know it's possible. It's just very time consuming. So as now, that's where I'm definitely focused at. I've got, as you can see, more than 500 million gold now, and I'm usually broke, and I'm gonna take myself broke again. I do not need runes this month. I will for the race, but I don't actually need them for like making speed runes or making life runes or like I have 2,000 team golds. My plan this month is to take all of the runes that we have from level 5 down, meaning all these level 5s, I'm turning to team gold. All these level 4s, I'm turning to team gold. All these level 3s, I'm turning to team gold. All these 2s, leaving them. All these 1s, leaving them. That's my approach this month. I feel like that's going to give me 100 low gold runes to make sure that all of the legends that I own by the end of this month have gold runes on them. That's an insane goal in my mind, but I think it's doable. Let's check it out. When you scroll down here, they're not all 3-socketed, okay? By the end of this month, I will have every one of them's name letting me know how many sockets they do have. So if I scroll down here and I see like how, whatever this chick's name is, I can't remember. But I know she has 1 socket, which lets me know that the other 2 are closed. Meaning I know that she doesn't have she doesn't have gold runes on, but I also know that she doesn't need any gold runes because I'm not paying to open those slots. Why? Because I can look at her name and it's going to tell me that she's only 155 GPM. Now when I look down at the names and I see one that says 305 GPM and it only has 1 socket, I can make the determination, do I have cells of that monster? If I have cells of that monster, I can craft another one and extract that one. and try to get me some rune slots. Why? Because even if I have 2 runes on the monster, when I extract it, I'll get the 2 runes back, and then I can recraft it and then put those 2 runes back on it, or put even better ones on it. And that is how I can upgrade my runes. That's how I can upgrade my slots and not even spend a single gem doing so. Yes, it will take time, but as long as I do a lot of the race cell breeding during the race, meaning when I'm waiting on a node to flip over, if I'm just breeding my race cells then, there's no time when I'm more active than race. All week long during race, I am on the game almost all day. When it comes to times like now, I'm not on the game all day. I just log in, do chores, and log out. So I need to take advantage of the times when I play all day and do my cell preps then. So when I'm not playing all day during the month, I can do the things that I'm talking about that take a long time, like feed a monster just to extract it, just to try again to see if its rune slots are open, like I'm going to do with Hyperia. Like, let's give you an example of how you make more monsters once you have a monster. I've seen people already message me and say, I'm going to rank my 305 GPM monsters. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's dumb as hell. Don't be ranking your 305 monsters. What you do with the same exact cells you would have ranked a 305 monster is this. You come to the ranker, and when you go to rank up a monster, oh, it's not probably going to let me. Let's say I was going to try and rank, let's try a legend. Who do we know is 305 GPM? Alright, let's say Angelica was, or let's say one I don't even have close to enough cells. That's a better example to use. Let's go down here and say, right here, this 305. If I want to just start a greedy dragon farm, I only have 53 greedy dragon cells, and you can't use elementum or fire cells until you have 80 cells to craft, meaning I can't craft one of these guys. But all I have to do to be able to craft him is come here and convert the cells and click the convert button, and it'll convert them to 120 cells of greedy dragon. And then instead of ranking him up, you just don't click this rank up button over here. Right here where it says 120 rank up. After you click convert, you'll get the option to click that rank up button. Don't click it. Back out and then go to the crafter, and you got 120 cells, and you can craft another one. And that is all you have to do, guys. You can literally craft as many of a monster as you want as long as you have one of it. So when I make my first Hyperia, I can then craft multiple other Hyperias. So that's the plan for me. Like, and once I get the second one, then I can extract the first one to try for more rune slots. And it's just going to be a cycle. And that cycle can go on for a year. And if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. But in a year, I can only imagine the amount of progress that I'm going to make if every single day I'm making small steps to increase my gold permitted. So if you're following along and you're not understanding what I'm doing to increase my gold permitted, ask questions. Ask questions in the comments. Come to my Discord and ask questions. Whatever you got to do, figure it out. Don't be clueless. It's almost like back in school when the teacher would be like, I'm not going to move on unless nobody has any questions. And they'd be like, does anybody not understand? And people that didn't understand would be like, man, I don't get it, but I'm not going to ask because I don't want to feel like a dumbass. And then they just let the teacher go on and they don't learn the shit. And then a month later, you don't have a clue what's going on in the class. It's like the math teacher's talking Japanese. Why? Because you let him get away, meaning you let the knowledge get too far out of hand, like or quicksand, whichever way you want to look at it. So definitely don't lose touch with what I'm doing. Like, a lot of you guys probably see me rearrange my islands and you just thought it was nothing. But in another month or in another 3 months, when you see that I'm making over 200 million gold a day and I don't buy the pass, you're going to be like, Jumper, how do you make so much gold? And I'm going to be like, with a bunch of 5-minute choices. That's how you make so much gold. And they just accumulate over months. Look at that. We just popped another gold rune out, okay? This is what I do all day long. I come right on over here and pop me another one in as soon as that happens. I got plenty more left. I got thousands of the golds. everything is working just as planned. So if you're following my channel, hopefully you're realizing that gold permitted is pretty important. I beat a lot of people, and I'm telling you, a lot of people, especially the people that buy the pass, and they're like, I got billions of gold, and I don't know what you need gold for. Like, I don't have anything to spend it on. Give me 10 billion gold, I spend it in a day. I spend it in one damn day. That's nothing. Okay? Like, I can't even explain to people that there is no too much gold. There's none. There's no such thing as too much gold. Why? You can farm food with it, okay? You can spend, let's see, 5 million times 14. Like, you're talking 280 mil? Or are we talking 70? We're talking 70 mil. We're talking 70 mil an hour you can spend in farming food. What is 70 times 24? Okay, like 2.4 billion somewhere. Like, I don't even know. Some crazy number. Unless you're making that much in a day, then you can't even afford to farm food all day. That means technically you're not even rich enough to go around and be like, oh, I'm going to make big farms and I'm going to grow the biggest amount of food and I'm just going to do that all day. Like, you can't. You're too poor. You're too broke. You can't afford to. So who the hell are you to tell me you got more food or more gold than you know what to do with? And then if you were like, well, I can't use all that food. I can't. What are you talking about? It costs 40 million food to level up one damn diamond relic. It costs like 10 million food to level up a lower level relic. Okay, how are these people not understanding that food has a purpose? Like, you feed the monsters that you're about to extract. And then you do it again and again and again. And then when it comes to a feed event, you can make top 10 or something, you know? Like, who's the richest person, you know? What are they doing with their 245 mil that they made in 2 hours, huh? I thought 400 mil was max collect, meaning I thought you could technically have 400 mil at the start of this event if all your halves were maxed and ready and waiting for you to collect them at the beginning of the event. Somebody's pulling 400 gems a damn week from this event, guys, and it's not me. Okay? I'm trying to get to 25. Bullshit. I'm trying to get to 50. If we could pull 50 gems a week from this, do you understand that that is 200 gems a month by itself for one event? And if you're pulling top 500 in the gold event, you can most likely pull top 500 in the feed event too. We start getting into numbers that are unheard of for income, for free to play outside of tasks. This is the game plan, guys. This is what King Thinking is going to do for us. There's somebody starting this game right now who's going to do the same dumb shit I did and be like, oh, I'm going to be the best and I'm going to kick everybody's ass, and then they're never going to know what gold's for. Until they're trying to level up their diamond relic, it takes 40 million food, and they're like, oh, I guess I'm going to have to wait a couple days because it takes me a couple days to get that amount of food. Like, someone messaged me the other day and was like, I'm broke, I don't even want to play this game anymore, I don't got no food, and I don't got no gold. And it's like, that's not what you don't have. What you don't have is an income. Okay? How much gold you have don't mean shit. It's about how much gold you can make amid it. That's what's important. Not how much gold you have. I don't care if you're sitting on 100 billion gold right now. That don't mean shit to me. Okay? That doesn't mean anything. Your account could still suck balls. And maybe you just haven't spent your gold on anything because that's why your account sucks balls, is because you don't understand that every gold you spend makes your rune collection bigger, meaning technically you can craft level 10s with gold. It just, you start from level 1s up. You know, like, the 1s get turned to 2s, the 2s get turned to 3s, the 1s get gambled on bigger runes. If the rune crafting method of 111X is a 25% chance to go up and a 25% chance to go down and a 50% chance to stay the same, that is called a formula. Okay? That means every time I put level 1 runes in the crafter, No matter what, I just increased my overall rune collection. It's not possible to make it go down. If it was possible to make it go down, then saying 25, 50, 25 would be a lie. That wouldn't be accurate formula. Meaning, if I'm the only way I would go down is if I was taking runes out of the collection, not adding runes into the collection. Meaning, they might not be upgrading my rune collection, but by 0.00001 every time I put a level 1 in there. But after you've put 5,000 level 1s in there, your rune collection is better than it was before those 5,000 ones. You just didn't notice it the same way you didn't notice yourself getting taller. You know, like as you were growing up, you don't notice that, oh, hey, look, I grew half an inch until you measure. Until you measure, meaning like I could look at my rune collection and be like, oh yeah, I got this many 6s, this many 7s, this many 8s. And then, okay, and she come back in 3 months and be like, oh, I got this many. And then take another person who never bought any 1s and never upgraded their account that way. Meaning, how did they upgrade their account? They got the chest, and that's it. Okay, well, I get chests too, and I also be pumping thousands of level 1s into my damn rune crafter every single month. And where does it show its results? Just tonight, I realized it shows its results. When everyone is trying to put the rules down on me in friendly fights, meaning you're telling me level 7 runes. You're playing this game for years, and I'm playing for 10 months, and you're telling me to turn the runes down? What in the hell is going on? Why am I the one who's got to turn the runes down? Why are your runes so far behind? Because you didn't have this kind of information. That's why. Nobody really spelled it out for you. You are busy saying gamble. Every time you talk about the 111X method, somebody be like gambling. That's gambling runes. Last time I checked, accurate, even formulas are not gambling. It's just math. Meaning, if you think it's gambling because, oh man, I put all these runes in and my rune goes down though, bro, and I get screwed. Well, then you're not putting enough runes in. Meaning, okay, you put 10 in and you got screwed all 10 times. Put another 10 in. Put another 10 in. Put 1,000 in. All I'm telling you is that the math eventually is going to be 50, 25, 25, or you were lied to. Meaning, the math ain't correct then. When I go to the crafter and it says I got a 25% chance of it going up, it's lying then. If after 1,000 of them, 1,000 went down, okay? Because that'd be like saying you got a 1% chance to up this rune then. Meaning I'd be like, oh, dude, I had these guys. They went and they pulled these samples and they found out that they only have a 1% chance to raise their rune. It's like, how they figure that out? It's like, oh, well, they did 1,000 and only 10 of them went up. Bullshit. I'll bet money. I'll bet the money. I would bet real life money that that's not what's going to happen. Meaning if you tried 1,000 times, I would say roughly at least 300 went up. You know, the reason why I would say that is because the 50, you're going to do it again if you're trying to raise them. Meaning half are going up and half are going down, no matter what. Why? Because if they stay the same, you just try again. So no matter what, every time you get a rune, it's either going up or down. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And you would say, oh, well, then the rune collection's staying the same. Sure, if you wasn't adding to it every time you did that. But since it stays the same plus some, that means over the course of a month, it went up some. Meaning over the course of a year, it went up a lot. Meaning over the course of 5 years, all of a sudden you're rolling around with all these 10s on, and you crafted most of them. Okay, that's the goal. That's the game plan, guys. I hope it's making sense to you. If it's not making sense, ask questions. That's all you got to do, and I will help it make sense to you. It clicked, you know. I'm realizing that this is where I messed up. This is where a lot of people are messing up. Social Point knows this. Do you want to know how I know they know this? The only rune they are not giving out is gold ones. Okay, meaning they wait for you to be smart enough to need gold runes. They don't say, oh, hey, here, have these gold runes. And because of that, there are so many spenders that got 70 level 10s and none of them are gold. Okay? There's no damn sense in that. None. If you have 70 level 10 runes, like 50 of them should be gold runes. Okay? There's no excuse for why 50 of them aren't gold runes. None. Zero. There's no excuse. You can say, oh, well, I like to use these monsters. You can only use 3 at a time, bro. Like, that's like, don't give me that shit. You can mutate them, and then you don't have 70 anymore. Okay? Then you only got, 40 because you mutated 10. Like, that's not the same thing. That's saying, hey, I got 40. Well, then, okay, you should have at least 20 of them son of a bitches should be gold runes, even though you got 30 muted runes or whatever. Or 10 muted runes, okay? That's the points that I'm making. Okay, now when it comes to Lawnworm, guys, I'm getting off track since I've been talking so much about GPM. I have not got him yet. You are going to watch me officially get him. Da-doom. As soon as Wicca is done crafting, he is going in the crafter. Everyone keeps asking me, am I going to rank him up? Let me tell you, I hate this monster with a passion. I do not like him. He is my enemy. I am expecting to have to fight him. People are like, I just want to use him. I do not give a shit about that, okay? It's like being in a room with somebody who doesn't feel pain, and then there's like someone that's authority in the room that's like, if you make a noise, I'm going to whack you. If anyone in here makes a noise, I'm going to whack you all with a nail or something. And the person next to you is like, I don't feel pain, so I'm going to make a bunch of noise. And you're like, damn, what about me, dude? I feel pain. That's exactly how I feel when they make this monster. It's basically like, this monster's going to kick my ass. Why? Because I don't own any of the things that the people that are going to kick my ass with are owning. Meaning, I just imagine like Lindworm into Graken, Lindworm into Thasla, Lindworm into Vanos, Lindworm into Solar Flare, Lindworm into Diaga. Like, oh my gosh, this list keeps going, bro. And it's disgusting to me. I don't even have a anticipation monster. Rag, 105 Rag is my best anticipation monster. Can we get serious, Social Point? It is time for free to play to get an anticipation monster. You sold the buyout option to spenders for $20, and they're already saying that Hardy's not even good. So if spenders are so fucking dumb they don't even think that Hardy's any good, can you please give me my anticipation monster now? Like, I've waited long enough. I think if they've already got to the point where, you know, they're so entitled that they don't need Hardy's anymore, it should be my turn. That's how I feel. Like, can I get an anticipation monster, please? Hopefully the one on the loading screen is an anticipation monster. That's all I'm hoping for. Like, that would make my day. The reason why is because I plan to rank everything on the page, guys. I'm still planning to try and get the 20 level 9 runes. That will double my competitive rune collection of being able to compete in PvP. I've got everybody up top except Aatrox, but he's in the past. Teddy is hatching, and Lindworm is, you just seen me grab my 100, and Craster is coming, and I already have the skulls to start the event. The next one is a breed guy. I will definitely breed him. And then the last one I'm hoping is just a maze monster, and we get everybody. We already have 3,000 Stardust. That should be enough to get me to rank 2, I believe. Since we're already going to have Teddy and Tabora at rank 2, that leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 700. We're looking at what, 32, 42? I need 4,200. I think that's right? Yeah, 4,200 Amber or Stardust to rank 2 the whole page. That means in 12 days I can rank 2 the whole page. All right, so I'm liking that. Rank 2 is 12 level 9s. Meaning in 12 days I'm going to have 12 level 9s. That's insane to me. Okay, some of the, what did we just say? What did we just say about the rune crafting method? It's 50, 25, 25. That means if you give me 12 chests, I should get 6 10s. Why? Because some of them are going to go down and some of them are going to go up, and the ones that don't go up or down stay the same, and then I just try again, and they're either going to go down or they're going to go up, and I do that to all of them, so I'm either going to end up with somewhere close to 6 and 6, or the game lied, meaning if I only get 110 and 9 of them go down to 8s, then the game lied to me. Okay, meaning it's not 50-50. That's bullshit. Whereas I know better. It's not going to do that. And if it did put 12 of them down, then I'd get pissed off and I'd start putting all my runes in there and then quit the game, because it's bullshit. And I don't think it's bullshit. I think that people that have a rune go down 2 or 3 times in a row are just like, oh man, the game screwed me. And it's like, dude, casinos screw you. They don't give you no 50-50 odds. They give you like the house always wins, and it only wins by like 10%, and it's still enough for them to make millions in a day. Why? Because every single human that comes in and bets one little chip on the craps table It's the same thing as a human coming into Social Point and putting one level 1 rune in that rune crafter. They got a chance to win by 10% in the casino. You got a chance to up your rune collection by 1%. Like, it's no damn different. And that's what we're doing here, guys. Already rambling off too long. The video is getting long, guys. I'm going to collect my food, collect my gold, and I'm going to get out of here. And over the course of tonight and tomorrow, I am going to make more upgrades to my GPM. I'm going to go around to all of my habitats. I don't want to do it with you guys. That would be very boring. And I'm going to make sure that I've got the right monsters wearing the regular gold, and I got the right monsters wearing team gold. Now, how do I ask myself, what's the two things that determine that? The two factors that I'm looking for is how many monsters are in a habitat. Team gold runes are better when you have more monsters in a habitat. And then team gold runes are better on your lower GPM monsters, meaning put high gold runes on your high GPM monster and low gold or team gold runes on your low GPM monsters. And that's the way you do it. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. We definitely have been growing subscriber-wise. We are on our way to potentially getting to where we can do community posts. We can do voting posts. We can do a bunch of other things once we get to 1,000. And I ordered a new microphone that is coming in a couple of days to try and get rid of the popcorn sound when I go live on stream. You people who've been coming to my streams and been putting up with that popcorn sound, God bless you, because I wouldn't do it for somebody. Meaning I have no part of me expects you guys to enjoy coming to a stream that sounds like that. Like, if you were just like, yo, I ain't watching that dirty garbage shit. It sounds like some dude's popping popcorn while he's talking. Like, I totally agree with you, and I understand. And that's why I want to get a new mic and try to make it sound better. I don't necessarily know that the new mic's going to work, but we can try it. And if we get it sounding better, I think we can get some way better content going on. So anyway, thanks to everyone who's been watching the channel. Later.